A radical expression is not simplified if there's an irrational number in the denominator. So if you have a square root of a non-perfect square in the denominator, that fraction, that rational expression, needs to be rationalized. The way that we're going to do that is we are going to multiply by some version of 1 that has that denominator over itself. The result in the denominator is going to be a whole number. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 would be the square root of 25, which is just 5. Now your numerator, the 7 times 5 is 35, so this would be the square root of 35. This is okay to keep simplified. I mean, it is simplified like this. This is not a factor of this. If I were to simplify the square root of 35, I could, but since there are no perfect square factors to it, I cannot, and it is simplified in its current form. If I look here at the square root of 5/12, again, I can recognize that this is the square root of 5 over the square root of 12. This is not a rational number, so this is not simplified. So in order to simplify it, I need to rationalize the denominator by, again, multiplying by itself over itself. That's giving me the denominator that is now a rational number. The square root of 12 times the square root of 12 is the square root of 144, which is 12. And now 5 times 12 would go under the radical up here. 5 times 10 is 50. 5 times 2 is 10. 50 plus 10 is 60. So this is the square root of 60 over 12. Now I need to ask myself, can this be simplified? Are there perfect square factors in this number? And there are. So if I look at 60, it has perfect square factors. I know there's a 4 in there. So this is the square root of 4 times 15 divided by 12. The square root of 4 can come out, so this is really 2 radical 15 divided by 12. And now when I look at 2 and 12, they can reduce to 1/6. So I'm really looking at 1 times the square root of 15 over 6, or just the square root of 15 over 6. So you have to keep going with these and simplify, when you can. Okay. Now here, same idea. I have 3x over the square root of 2. The square root of 2 is an irrational number in my denominator. I need to rationalize that denominator by multiplying by it. That will have the effect of turning the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 into 2, because this product would equal the square root of 4, which is 2. And now we have 3x times the square root of 2. That's just going to be 3x radical 2 over 2. There's nothing else to simplify here. The only idea is that I have to get the irrational number out of the denominator. I do that by multiplying by it.